Welcome back once again to this playlist. In the last video, we have learned that how we can build the query model and get the data from our CoinState API provider. Now we're going to focus on how we can get the details about a specific coin. So that's what we're going to follow it. So if I come back here, you will find all of this model is already there, but the one we are looking for in this one, get coin data. And if I come back to the response we'll get, so this is the endpoint where we're going to make the call, and I'm going to get the data in the USDT format in terms of dollar, and you will see that what response we can expect we can get. You can see all the types which is there. So what I can do, I can come back here, and first thing I have to do is to get my API key. So it's very straightforward. You can come back to your dashboard and you can get your API key, which we have already discussed in the last couple of videos. So simply copy the API key and that's what you can provide. Now let's come back here. So let me quickly paste my API key, and that's the API key I have got. Now the very first thing I have to do is to define that what data, what specific coin I want to target and make the request to our server. So I will go with Bitcoin. That's what I will type. It can be Ethereum, Binance. You can target any network or any cryptocurrency. So that's what I have given. Now I have to build the function in which I'm going to build the query model, the endpoint, and I'm going to make all the calls to get the data. So let's come back here. Let's call this particular function main. Now inside this we have to define our request URL. So if I come back here and let's give this request URL. So what I'm doing here, this is our base URL. I'm going with the coins, and here I'm defining that what kind of I'm targeting, and I'm giving this currency. So what it will do, it's going to give us the data in this USDT format. So this is going to be our base URL for making the request. Let's do console log of this so we can see in our terminal that what request we are making. Now once we have this one, now we have to build the authenticate model, which we have already discussed, where we have to send our API key, what type of data we want. So let's build that one. So let's come back here. Let's call this response. It's going to be a fetch model. That's what we are following. Now we have to simply call the get method because we want to get the method. Now we have to build the header in which we have to authenticate. So I have already explained this in the previous video, so make sure to watch if you haven't watched that. So I'll simply come back here and I will define the header in which I'm passing my API key and the type of data I want to accept. Once I have that, it's going to return the data. So now we have to simply check the data type. If it's 200 means we got a valid data, or if it has any other status. So we'll find that it has bunch of status like 400, 401, 403, 404. That's all you will find. But we are looking for 200, which is status. So let's check that one. We'll come back here and we'll call this response dot okay, means 200. If it's not that 200, then we have to simply throw this error message and we're going to go with the empty data. So our front end would not crash. That's the check we are doing. Now we have to go back to the next stage where we have to deal with the data and simply get the data and design based on the requirement we want. So I can come back here. Let's define the data. So first we have to convert this in JavaScript object because it's going to come in the JSON format and we have to convert it so we can utilize it in our front end. Now we can come back here and let's try to simply take into a variable which can log in our terminal. So that's what I have taken. I have called coin, which contain all the information about this cryptocurrency, and in this data we have all of the data. Now let's come back here and let's try to log out all of these details. So what I'm doing here, I'm taking the name, I'm taking the rank, the price, the market cap, the changes, and the website. So these are the data I'm logging into my terminal to check that I'm getting all the data or not, because this is what exactly happened. Based on the UI structure, based on the component you have designed, you're going to feed this data. Now I want to do one more check. I want to check the price model. So like I will look for the price changes, that how far the price is going up and down based on the day. That's the region I have targeted. So once I have all of this, what I have done, I have taken my API key, I have targeted the coin which I'm looking for. Then I have my base URL, I have added the query model, means I got the name and the currency. Now what I'm doing, I'm simply authenticating myself, providing my API key and the data type, then checking for the response, then converting into a JavaScript object, then taking as a variable and simply logging all those details in the log. Now we have to call this function. So let's call this one main, and every single thing is ready. Now I'm going to simply open up my terminal, call this one. So before I do, I have to get into this directory. So I'll say cd dot and I will be in this particular directory. Once I am here, now I'm ready to log and run this particular model. So I'll simply take index.js, hit enter, and you will find that it started. So what we have done, it's logged out the name we have given. So we are looking for Bitcoin. That's the one I have. You will see the details about the coin we have got it. So it's a Bitcoin. So it's always on top, because if Bitcoin goes down, all the cryptocurrency will go down. If it goes up, things will go up. So you will find that we got the price, market cap changes in 24 hour is 0.66%, and we have this website URL, and we have this Bitcoin is up today, because we are looking for one day. If you want to check the URL, the log, so I can simply come back here and let's simply console log, and let's log out this entire URL, and let me clear up my terminal and hit enter. You will find that you got all of these details. So this is going to be our base URL. You can see how we have formatted that. If you are looking for Ethereum, you can simply go with that. So I'll say Ethereum. Once you have that, now clear up your terminal and you can simply run the command, and you will find that we got the details about the Ethereum. So this is how you can control. It is up to date by 0.82%, and once you will have this data, it's going to be really powerful. So if you're building a system which can perform the trade where you want to see the stop, break point, even point, that's all you can manage. So this is really powerful. This will give you the current data of the market. Now if I'm looking for Solana or anything else, I'll go with that. Also, let's call this Solana, copy that one. Now let's try to make a call, and let's hit enter, and you will find that you will get this, it's number 7. If you go with BNB, you can target that one, type BNB, and let's clear up this up and type BNB, and you will find the details. So I have to save it before I run. It's still looking for Solana. Let's try to run one more time, and you will find that it's looking for BNB because it has something else. So you have to find the right name which you are calling. So it's probably the Binance Smart Chain. If you go with the Solana one more time, like, you can save it, and if you go back here, run it, we can get the data. So you can simply get the right name. You can also check the documentation that what exactly you will get. So you can come back here, and we already covered this in the first lesson. So make sure to watch this, in which you will find all the details about the name and the symbol. That's what it's called, and based on that you can make a request. So this one is really powerful. This is how you can design your entire data structure. This is the global model which you're going to follow no matter what application you're developing, and you're going to make a request. So I hope you are following this playlist. Make sure to watch the previous 2 videos, and in the next video we'll start building a simple application where we're going to simply fetch a couple of data. So with that, let's move to the next video.